Welcome to this Technical Works compliance video. In previous videos, we've looked at complaints, customer feedback and continual improvement. In this video, we will focus on corrective actions and non-conformities. Every business encounters problems from time to time. What often distinguishes a well-managed business from a poorly managed one is not whether problems occur, but how those problems are managed when they do. We'll look at what non-conformities are, how corrective actions should be managed, and the types of evidence that assessors may expect to see. By the end of this video, you should have a better understanding of how corrective actions support continual improvement and strengthen your quality management system. A non-conformity is simply a failure to meet a requirement. That requirement may originate from your own procedures, your quality management system, MCS requirements, certification body requirements, technical standards or contractual obligations. Non-conformities can occur within office systems or on-site activities. They may relate to documentation, installation work, training records, calibration records or customer-related matters. They can be identified internally by staff, through customer feedback, during internal audits or by assessors. Once identified, non-conformities should be recorded, investigated and managed appropriately. Non-conformities can arise from a wide range of sources. Customer complaints may reveal weaknesses within processes or communication arrangements. Internal audits may identify missing records, incomplete documentation or procedures that are not being followed consistently. Certification body assessments may identify findings that require corrective action. Installation defects, commissioning issues and administrative errors can also generate non-conformities. The most effective businesses identify and address issues themselves before they are identified by an assessor. There is an important difference between a correction and a corrective action. A correction addresses the immediate issue. For example, if a required document is missing from a job file, locating and adding that document may correct the problem. A corrective action goes further. It seeks to establish why the document was missing and what changes are required to prevent a recurrence. In many situations, both a correction and a corrective action may be necessary. Assessors are often interested in whether the underlying cause has been addressed rather than simply whether the immediate issue has been resolved. One of the most important stages of the corrective action process is identifying the root cause. This involves establishing what happened and understanding why it happened. While it may be tempting to attribute an issue to human error, there may also be weaknesses in procedures, training arrangements, supervision or management controls that contributed to the problem. Root cause analysis does not need to be complicated. The objective is simply to identify the true reason why the issue occurred. Without identifying the root cause, there is a significant risk that the same problem will occur again in the future. Once the root cause has been identified, appropriate corrective actions can be planned. The actions should be clearly defined and proportionate to the issue that has been identified. Responsibilities should be assigned so that everyone understands who is accountable for completing the action. Realistic timescales should also be established and recorded. Good records help demonstrate that corrective actions are being actively managed and monitored. The process should show a clear progression from identification of the issue through to implementation and completion. Completing a corrective action is not necessarily the end of the process. It is important to verify whether the action taken has actually been effective. This may involve reviewing records, checking subsequent installations, examining documentation, or confirming that similar issues have not reoccurred. Without an effectiveness review, it can be difficult to demonstrate that the action has achieved its intended objective. Assessors may ask how the business knows that the issue has been successfully resolved. During an assessment, evidence is often more important than explanation. Assessors may expect to see records relating to identified non-conformities, investigation notes, root cause analysis, corrective actions, and effectiveness reviews. The format of those records is usually less important than the existence of a clear and traceable process. The evidence should demonstrate that problems are recognised, investigated, managed and reviewed. A robust corrective action process provides strong evidence that continual improvement is taking place within the business. There are several common mistakes that businesses make when managing non-conformities. Issues may be discussed informally, but never formally recorded. Root causes may not be properly investigated. Corrective actions may be agreed, but never completed. Actions may be completed without any subsequent effectiveness review. One of the clearest signs of weakness is when the same problem continues to occur repeatedly over time. Repeated findings often suggest that the underlying cause has not been adequately addressed. Corrective actions are a key component of continual improvement. When issues are properly recorded and investigated, trends can begin to emerge. Those trends may identify opportunities to improve procedures, training arrangements, supervision, documentation systems, or quality controls. Information generated through corrective actions can also support management review activities and help determine future improvement priorities. This demonstrates how different elements of a quality management system work together to support compliance and improvement. Every business experiences problems from time to time. The important question is not whether problems occur, but how effectively they are managed when they do. A good corrective action process helps businesses learn from mistakes, strengthen systems, and reduce the likelihood of similar issues recurring. It also provides valuable evidence that continual improvement is taking place within the organisation. Assessors do not expect perfection. What they do expect is evidence that issues are recognised, investigated, and managed appropriately. Thank you for watching. If you found this video useful, please consider subscribing to Technical Works Compliance for practical guidance on MCS assessments, quality management systems, solar PV, battery storage, PAS 2035 and broader compliance topics. I'll continue to share assessment-based guidance and common compliance issues encountered within the industry. I look forward to seeing you in the next video here on Technical Works Compliance.